I'm sure Mraz can agree. You go to a frozen yogurt place where you do your own toppings.
Yeah.
You take your time. I mean, there's a line behind me, but like, no, let me finish.
Yeah.
There's a certain art form to getting the right amount of flavors of ice cream in there, you know. One flavor, then a second one, then you kind of top it off with that first one, a little sandwich of two different flavors. And then when you get to the toppings, I treat it like art. I mean, you just have to.
Sure.
They have to be spread out right. You have to have the right amount, you know, a good mix of options. Well, I sound like Mraz, don't I?
Yes, but you're the dessert coordinator. So we would, wouldn't we expect this studied kind of analysis out of the dessert coordinator?
You should. I just want to know, Brad, do you know the frozen yogurt trick at the self-serve? Because if you're the D coordinator, you should know it.
What's the trick?
What are you referring to?
What you're referring to is when you fill it with your frozen yogurt or your ice cream, if you will, you got to tap that cup down to make sure it falls down into place so you could pack more into it.
Yes, it is very easy. The way it swirls in the cup, it is very easy, to take up volume. I mean,
right, and that's
like
where
math.
they get you. It's deceiving. They want you to let you know you think you have more than you do. No. You tap it down, let it sink down.
But don't you pay by weight anyway?
But still.
No, not still.
Still, you want more in that cup.
I mean, if you're going to pay for weight, you want to fill up the cup as much as possible. And if there's small little pockets of empty space,
you wouldn't pay for that.
The toppings
I think the
can go
empty
in
space
there.
still weighs something.
What would the empty space weigh? It's just air.
No, but it's like ice cream on top of ice cream. It's just still the density is there for weight.
The density is there for weight?
I'm not bringing a scale. I want to fill up the cup as much as I can.
You pay by weight, though.
I'm telling you, though, because it's so light anyway, it's still those empty pockets still weigh the same.
That doesn't make any sense.
It does. Scientifically, it does.
No, I hear what he's saying. You just want to fill every available spot. You want to fill up every available
if you paid
inch
by
of space.
If you just paid by cup, one price. But if you pay by weight, it doesn't matter.
No, but when you build a house, right, the house weighs a lot, but most of it's empty. It doesn't matter. Even if you filled that with light ice cream, it would still weigh the same.
Well, what happens if you paid by objects in your house?
I don't know.
What happens if you paid by weight in your house?
I'm just telling you, the frozen yogurt's so light that it weighs the same as the empty pockets.
What happens if I said you could buy an empty house for $100,000, or you can buy a house that's fully furnished and everything is stocked and all the food's in the house and the refrigerators, and that's $300,000? What would be your better value?
Probably the one that's $300,000.
Depending on what type of stuff is in there, but it's not like you buy.
But a TV doesn't weigh the same as frozen yogurt. It's different.
Can I just point out the fact that I thought when you were talking about the frozen yogurt trick that you meant like sample hopping, just going in and get cup after cup after cup.
That's a good trick.
Until you're filled up, and
well,
then you're like, you know what?
That's stealing.
Well, that's why I didn't want to say it, because I wasn't sure where you were going with this. That's not something I do. I want the toppings. I'll pay for it, whether there's space, no space. Just fill me up.